about that. And now my... Wait, what's happening? Oh my god. I had it on my channel in Twitch and it was playing automatically. Sorry. Oh, my webcam's freaking out. Hang on a second, guys. Ugh, what is happening? I'm trying to bring up the sharpness. And the brightness of the camera here. Can it though? I think I just need lights everywhere. Gosh darn it. Does that do anything? No. Nope. That was probably better. Okay. Alright, so hopefully that'll work better. Sorry. Hello. Oh, let's see. I was going to do the collar real quick, and then I was also going to work on the apron. Sorry you couldn't hear me earlier when I was talking at you, but I have the commission for an apron in pink for a larger figured lady, and I was going to make that. I don't think I have the pattern right now, and if I do, let's see, it would be over here. Oh no. It would probably be here. Oh, my pattern file. Oh god. Let's see. It would be under Innocent World Apron. Oh hey, look, I do have it. Yay! Hooray! I have the apron pattern. I think I have multiple copies of the apron pattern, but I'm going to have to make it bigger anyway because her bust and her waist are a little bit more voluminous. So we're going to do that. But first, since I've still got this scrap here, I'm just going to draft this real quick. What do they want me to do? Oh, I guess because it's just a collar. It's 4 centimeters tall and whatever the measurement I get is for this part of the collar, which is pretty typical of any collar pattern actually. To make a collar pattern, you measure the amount you have in the back, notch it where it meets the shoulder, and then measure the front. So I'm going to walk it around here. say 8.3. So this is 8.3. I have work today. I'm covering a shift for a friend at work. So, no day off after all. Boo-hoo. And that's okay. At least it's extra money. Okay, let's see here. .7. 12.7. Cool. Let's do this real quick. So, make a line. We'll make this the beginning. Measure 4 centimeters. Square this across. Probably using this line. And we have the first measurement. Oh. Yeah, I guess it does go that way. It's supposed to be open in the back, so this will be the back part. And we measured what? 8.3? 8.3. And there's the shoulder. And then we measured 12.7. 12.7 here. This is going to be the center line. Okay, cool. This collar is literally just a band. So this has an end on it. I'm going to put a seam allowance of 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter all the way around. And I always measure, if I'm doing a centimeter measurement, I'll pull back a little bit so that my centimeter line here is just underneath it, and that way it compensates for the tip of the drawing instrument that I'm using, so that it's a pretty accurate centimeter measurement. So this is the center. We're not going to do anything here. I'll just mark it with a little O with a line through it. Hooray, a collar. What do you know? What do you know? I don't even know if anyone's watching right now. I'm just like streaming randomly. I have a new follower, and she's actually my client. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I just realized maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know things. In any case, it's very exciting. Cool. This is going to be a notch, and that's going to be a notch. I guess it's folded. Is it folded? Or is it 2 pieces? Nope, I think it's two pieces. It's not folded. So it's kind of turtlenecky. Not even a word. It is so dry here. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Working for me then? It says chat closed. Why did it say that? Connected to chat. There. Starry strawberries. Auto start. Stop it. Okay, so hi Starry Strawberries. Welcome. Since you're here, I've got something exciting to show you. Let's see. Where is it? I got pink fabric. See? For your apron. And I have the pattern right here. I think this is just the right pink that you need for that skirt that you showed me. Is that right? Yay! I'm glad you like it. So I have that, and I have other things. Oh my God. Reaching things is hard. Oh God. So hard. Okay. Yes. And I have these. Is that the right side? Yes, that is the right side. Ta-da! I think this is gonna look pretty good. What do you think? So it's that one, and then the overlay lace it has here. Yes, this is the right side. So then this goes like this. Cute, huh? I'm so glad you like it. It's going to look adorable. I don't think I've ever made a pink one of these. I made so many of the, I actually made like 10 of them in black. I'm surprised they haven't sold as quickly as I thought they would. Then again, I've sort of been off the radar for too long, but my partner and I went on a production sewing spree and cut like 20 of them at the same time. We layered like 10 layers of black fabric and 10 layers of white fabric, and did like a production, like factory production style sort of sewing adventure. And we made just all of those at the same time. And I still have so many in stock. It's just that I haven't been able to move them because, well, I've been moving. Like I recently moved into the studio. It's been a little bit difficult to get back into the swing of things, and I've been complaining about it a lot. Oh, hi! a wild cow appears. Get down, you little rats. Really? Yeah, are you proud of yourself? Don't worry about the cats. I do stress to all of my customers that while I do have a cat home, I wash, dry clean, and go over all of my pieces with a lint roller and like a sticky tape lint roller and then lint brush all at the same time. So it shouldn't be an issue. But this is a good color, I think, for what you needed. The move was a little bit difficult because I have a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. I tried showing how much stuff I have. My studio is just overflowing with sewing stuff. So basically our entire living room is my studio. Also I have books, 2 bookcases full of fantasy novels and other various things. Anyway, I'm so glad you could join me for my stream here. This is really exciting. I don't think I've ever had a client actually tune in to my videos, so this is super cool. Now I have to find a place for this. I had a bag. I should keep it safe in a bag. I'm not going to cut it quite yet. I'm going to have to modify the pattern a little bit so that we make sure it fits you. I'm tying a knot in this bag. And that way cats won't, ruin it and stuff. Let's take out recycling. Oh, everything is so hard. Why is everything so hard? See, I have multi-platform right now going, so some people might be chatting at me at the other thing on YouTube's. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so it's just you. Thanks again so much for following me. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed that I have that goal down there. I'm trying to get 30 followers at the very minimum. So I just put it to 40 because why not? Stretch goals. And I'm trying to become an affiliate. And the reason for that, I actually forgot. I just thought it was a good goal to have. There are benefits to having an affiliate account with Twitch. I just can't remember what they are right now. Also, I'm thirsty, so I'm getting something to drink. I'm about to make a very uncouth kind of noise. I have a soda stream, and I'm gonna make bubbly water. So, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, so loud. Oh my gosh, I was so thirsty. Yeah, I forget. I really need to look up why I wanted to be an affiliate in the first place. There's like certain criteria that you have to reach in order to become an affiliate. 30 followers was like the easiest, most attainable goal that I could think of. There was something else like watch time and like unique days of streaming, so I'm just trying to stream every day, even if it's like boring, I guess. I have a lot more views on my YouTube channel, because that's where I have like my edited videos. I have like time lapses and stuff like that, and then I did my first edited tutorial for pattern drafting out of the Otome no Sewing books. I always feel like I'm out of breath. I get so nervous when I'm doing this. It's like it almost feels like I'm talking to myself, even though I know other people are watching. But maybe part of it too is like a little bit of anxiety. Also, the recent stream that I had posted yesterday was muted because I was playing music in the background that is copyrighted. And I should have known better, but I didn't, and I learned my lesson, so now I'm playing music in the background that's like okay by Twitch and YouTube standards. I think it's called Pixel Rock. I think. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not gonna spend time looking it up right now. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, this goes to this one. This goes to this one. That's the one. We're gonna put that aside. See, I haven't gotten there yet with my page. I recently became a streamer, so I'm getting into the hang of it. All streamers talk to themselves. I do too. I know. It still feels weird. I mean, I know I'm talking into a camera and I should be used to that at least, but the whole, like, I'm looking at chat and I'm reading the chat and I'm answering the chat, and then there's really no response, like voice. So, what does it mean? Maybe this is all just a figment of my imagination. I'm just going crazy. Okay, I'm gonna put this away and label this pattern. This is just scrap, I think. I don't need this. Talking myself as practice for talking to viewers. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okie dokie. This is OTS 4-62. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Oh god. Everything's fine. This is a cut zone. Oh god. Really? Oh, stop it. Thank you. Thank you. I am nothing if not silly. Maybe that is how I keep the small shred of sanity that I have left to my name. Anyway, let's see now. Oh, I guess I did make this a little bit wider for someone before. It feels like I did. Let's see here. What's happening? Okay, so this is the apron pattern, which is good that I don't have to copy it again. I've copied this pattern so many times. It's very popular. So, here we go. It's actually an Innocent World pattern that was included in the Gothic Lolita Bible number 9. And I managed to get a copy of it. A friend of mine a little while ago, years ago now really, she was younger than me. She was like my little friend. She was 15 at the time, and she was getting into Lolita, and I was older, so I was kind of like a mentor. And she had mentioned to me that she wanted an apron, I think specifically an Innocent World apron, and I found that apron in a pattern in that Gothic Lolita Bible, and I bought a back issue of it, and she was so happy with it. And it turns out that a lot of people liked that apron, so I ended up making quite a few of these and selling them. There was one girl in the Netherlands who ordered it custom with a longer skirt. She wanted it in cream with more of a creamy sort of rose pattern lace that I happen to have, and she wanted that for her wedding. And so that was one of the custom ones that I did. I think I have the picture of that one posted on my blog, which I have. I have to blow my nose, excuse me, I have to do this. Oh gosh. Oh, so annoying. Okay. then I went to get my watch as well. So my favorite Lolita brand, I think just went under last year, maybe? Victorian Maiden. They are my absolute favorite. I own one of their dresses because they were very hard to get. I don't think you could order them overseas unless it was through a shopping service. And they just have the best designs without having custom prints. And so they also only have things in one size. So I figured that if I was going to copy any brand, I would probably copy them because they have really nice silhouettes without having to have like a custom print with the brand name on it. And I was going to offer them in larger sizes because that was probably one of the drawbacks that Victorian Maiden had, was that they did not offer larger sizes, plus size. Okay, what am I doing? Let's see. This is the waistband I had done for someone. Do declare. Yes. Yes, this is that. This is the waistband originally. I just kind of widened it in the center, so it still has the same measurement of panels. And that's this one. I think it worked well for her. I have to recheck your measurements just to make sure that this modified pattern that I already did, because foresight, and I kept it, will actually fit you. So I think I have, yes, I think I have them here. Yes, you sent them to me. And also I need a drink of this water. Doop-a-doo. Alright, now I'm not going to broadcast your measurements for the sake of propriety. You don't have a favorite Lolita brand? Well, there are a lot to choose from. As far as the ones that are still in existence, Baby the Star Shine Bright tends to be the one that I went to often. Probably because when I visited Tokyo, I went to their store at, what is it called? 1010 Marui 1010 or something like that. It's their little department store thing. And department stores in Tokyo are so tiny. They are not at all like what we have here. So basically, like, you have a pretty moderate sized floor, and like a section of it with no walls is cordoned off to that store. And that's basically how Baby the Star Shine Bright was when I went there. And then they had Alice and the Pirates, I think, on the same floor, just like separated by like dividers. Really weird. But I went there and I spent so much money. Like, I had saved up for this trip a lot of money, and I was like going there intending to blow on a huge amount of money just in this store. I only bought 2 dresses. That's all I needed, though. Just the 2. That's all I needed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Alice and the Pirates is fun, huh? There are so many, and you can't just choose one. might just work for you. I think it might just work. So this top part of the panel is not supposed to cover too much. It's like a very kind of vague little top panel. That being said, I think it might be just fine. I could make it. No, come back. Stop, don't come back. Yeah, no, I think this might work for you. Well, lucky me. I already have the pattern all ready to go. This is the other. And the waist ties will add to the circumference anyway. That's that one. One we're not using. The one we're not using. Yeah, right? I had done another version for a client's wedding. And I made the skirt longer for her. She wanted it a little bit longer, she wanted it in cream, and she wanted roses instead of the music note thing that I have. And you can see it on my blog, actually. I can share it. Let's see. So you get to see what that looked like. Pretty good. Okay, I think we're good here. Might need to iron a little bit, so I'm going to turn this on. Why you unplug it? You ridiculous man. Are you comfortable there, Cal? Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty proud of it too. Thank you. I really liked that one. So, opinions on the lighting for the table? Because I am always futzing with it and I feel like somehow it's just too dark. But I want people to be able to see the lines, and I'm not sure how well it's coming through. So you let me know. Ooh. It's fine? Okay, good. I will leave it alone. So, I do have to ask, is there any difference, let me think now. I'm wondering if this shoulder strap is going to be enough length for from your waist to the back at your waist, because it crosses over and I just want to be sure that this is long enough. see here. So it's gonna go like this. Yeah, that's true. I could always do that. You think it might be okay? All right. I think it was 2 for the other girl that I made it for. That's the whole reason I have that size. Someone else requested it who was in need of something a little bit more custom. And it worked perfectly for her from what I remember. I would have definitely remembered a negative review. So it's the one thing, it's like when things fit perfectly, I am ecstatic. And then I put it from my mind and tell myself there was nothing to worry about in the first place. I always worry about it. I always worry, like, every time I send something, I'm like, oh my god, I hope it fits her. I don't know. Did I do it right? Is it going to be too short? Is it going to be too tight? Too big? And then I always offer, like, alterations for free because I'm so obsessively paranoid with things fitting the right way. Cool. Alright, so here is the skirt pieces. Here is the waistband. This is the top panel that is slightly extended in width with this measuring over here. There's going to be 2 of these. I have been considering doing this a slightly different way. I think there was a way to do it so that I don't have to cut single pieces. I think it was, see, now I'm trying to remember, there was this trick that I learned because the ruffle that we put in to the shoulder, which goes between these 2 notches, so it ruffles in. It ruffles in so that it's kind of like that. What did I think to do? What did I think to do? Is it to double it up? Like super wide? And then fold it? Oh, my brain. That's not gonna work. What did I want to do? Also so that the fabric was doubled up. Oh, my brain. Okay, stop. Stop it. Yeah, getting the sizes right, it is a little bit nerve-wracking. But in my experience so far, all of my worrying is almost for nothing, because every time I've had someone who is not my size, who is not the size in the Otomo sewing patterns, I'm a large in the Otomo sewing pattern books. So when somebody comes to me who's a little bit bigger than I am and wants one of those dresses, I have to figure out how to grade that pattern up to their sizes. And sometimes they have odd proportions too. And there was this one girl, her mom and her came in. They were so nice. They were so eager to get these dresses. They ordered 3 dresses, a blouse, a cut-sew, matching head bows for all 3 dresses, and some wristlets made out of lace with little ribbons on it. They spent $1,000, dropped over $1,000 in one sitting with me. And I delivered all 3 dresses, the cut-sew and the blouse, and the head bows and everything, quite a few months afterward, because it took me a little while to draft the patterns, grade them up, and then make everything from there. So from the time that they ordered, I think they ordered in June, their order was fulfilled and delivered to them in September. But I was so nervous throughout the entire period, like biting my nails, thinking, oh my God, I hope this fits her. Because she was a very odd proportion. She was very large chested, she had a very slim waist, and very, very wide hips. And so she had a very nice figure. She was just, wider than I was used to working with. And I was so worried about how these were going to not only fit her, but also look on her. And I worried for nothing, because when she tried everything on, they looked so good on her, I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I made sure that each of those dresses had waist ties on them so that we can exaggerate that beautiful, like, hourglass shape that she had, and it worked so well. I was so relieved. But man, that's nerve-wracking. That is nerve-wracking, all right. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm just shuffling things around aimlessly. Oh, I actually have both waist ties. I mean, I guess that's fine. I can actually do that instead of ignoring it. There's this, and there's this, and then there's these things that I'm not going to use, so I'm putting them back in the pile. Talking to myself again. Yeah, I am too. I'm super glad I got through it. Okay, put these back up for now. Going to use them again. And then this guy. I'm not sure I like this top. I'm always bringing it back down. It's super cute, but I'm not feeling it, I guess. Alrighty, here we go. Moving that over. Alright, let's see, what did I do with it? What did I just do with everything? Nervous laughter. I'm glad you like the top. Thank you. You should see my closet. It's just so ridiculously full of clothes. I don't know what to do with myself sometimes. No, but seriously, where did I just put this? Where did I put it? Oh. Okay. Oh my God. So I guess this way, no secrets about like what I'm doing, because you see the process of your ordered piece being made. I am going to try to make and finish this as quickly as I possibly can. When did you need this by the way? I'm assuming, as soon as possible. I do try not to spend too much time on commissioned orders. I think my policy or my turnaround time is 21 days to give myself enough time, and I usually try to finish well before that. Just so as you know, the other client that I have right now, I'm making a Cat Bug Lolita cosplay for her, And her deadline isn't until next year. So that was lucky for me, considering that she ordered just before I moved into a completely new place. That's exciting. July 26th. Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be done before that. No worries. This, honestly, even with like a few hours a day, should really only take me a week if I'm taking my time with it. So, this is the skirt. What do I want to do with the shoulder straps? I'll have to think about that after a minute. We'll do the skirt first. Let's see if we can fit as much of this in this as possible. Okay. We're doing this on the fold. I'm gonna figure out where things lie. If we do this here, we might be able to get a thing, maybe. Two panels here and then do this. That might work. Oh no, you did not order too late. Like I said, 21 days is like the max number of days that I usually have my turnaround, unless specified by the client. If they don't need it by a certain time, then I'll make room for other people that have like more expediency in their order. So no, you are absolutely fine. We're gonna cut this out. Let's see, can I though? Can I fit a waist tie? No. That's a big fat no. And no. Okay. Okay, but what I can do is I can cut out one of these. Actually, I can cut out two of these shoulder ruffles. So, what are we going to do? Everything is strewn about. So what do I got here? I got these guys. We're pinning. I've been trying not to pin my patterns lately, but we're gonna do this the home sewing way, which is still okay sometimes. I have a deep interest in wanting to teach people how to sew like a factory though. I worked in a factory very briefly. The lady was a little bit difficult to get along with, but she was also a very knowledgeable person, and I feel like I learned just enough to get by. I even applied to be an adjunct professor at the community college that I was going to continue my education in fashion design. I actually attended fashion design school like a long time ago. Like, you don't even want to know how old I am, kind of a long time ago. But I ended up going back to school, and that same school, as a matter of fact, is looking for a sewing professor. And I worked in a factory, so I know some techniques, basic techniques on how they do like limited mass production of certain things. And that's what I want to teach, because usually things like cutting on the fold, we don't do that in a factory. Everything is flat. Everything is stapled instead of pinned, and actually the staples go straight through like 50 layers of fabric with the pattern on top. It's actually called a marker, and the pattern is not cut, it's cut along with the fabric underneath. It's quite interesting. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was trying to get to. I already did apply, and they're already considering my application. It's just that it's not going to be open until the fall. So in the meantime, I'm working at a place that is a board game library and cafe, and then also doing this Twitch streaming thing at the same time. Trying to just make ends meet until the time that I can become the professor over at the community college that I went to. I do like sewing. I have been doing it for quite some time. Yes, thank you! I mean, I haven't really heard from them. Apparently this process takes a really long time. But in lieu of that, I have the recommendation of the director of the department. So I don't see, unless it's because I don't actually have a degree, I just have a lot of skill and, yeah, practical knowledge. I think I gave myself enough room. Let's see, what else can I fit on here while I'm cutting? I might double up on the front panel anyway, just because I think it might look better. And if that's the case, if I do double up on that, I might also want to double up. Gosh darn it, I'm still trying to think of a clever way of doing this so that when I add the shoulder ruffle, I don't have to futz with the sewing part too much. I thought it was like if I doubled it this way and then folded it. I'm curious what the magazine actually said. Ugh. Here. And, oh, it's on the side. Number 9. Here we go. Alright, number 9. Ta-da! So pretty. I actually have the art book for, I think it's Makoto. It's very pretty. Oh, old school Lolita. Oh, God. And, of course, Mana-sama. He's so pretty. Okay. Let's see what it says here. The pattern page is this one. Of course, it's like that's where the spine is broken. Alrighty then. Nope, it says to cut 4 of them. It says just, I guess it's a single layer. And this one, the front panel. Does it also say to cut 4? Or, I mean, not 4. Not 4, 1. It does not. Although it should, somewhere. Pretty sure it is a single layer. Look at all these silly things they were trying to make you do. Like this, what is with this skirt, man? Like, it's not even an attractive line at all. And this thing is just a layered camisole. Basic pattern is basic. And then you have weird stuff like this. Oh yeah, here, let's put a maxi pad on our head. 'Cause that makes sense. And also Christian iconography. Because it doesn't matter. Honestly, I actually don't care about that so much. I just think it's funny that they have it all over the place. Makoto. Look how pretty! Anyway. So old school. I know. Mana was your introduction to Lolita? That's awesome. A friend showed me Mana-sama and I immediately fell in love with their clothing. Where did you find the art book from? I got it online. It's this one. It's Dreaming Girls. This art book. It is quite lovely. It just has a whole bunch of old illustrations and some newer ones too. But I think he started in the 60s? 78. Yeah, here's 1970. So, fun fact, in my research for when did Lolita start, I found out that things like Little House on the Prairie and that prairie style of dressing in the 70s was so big that it carried over into Japan. And things like, oh god, what was it? Milk House? Milk House was one. Angelic Pretty started in the 70s, or I want to say like late 70s, early 80s. And they started with kind of that style, and Laura Ashley, which is now known as a home decor sort of brand, started with that aesthetic. And it sort of just evolved a lot, and there were like triggers along the way of the evolution that made it change. So it started with the prairie style in the 70s. You'll see a lot of it in like shoujo anime from the late 70s, early 80s, that sort of style. And then it evolved even further with visual kei bands and the fans dressing up to match the band members like Mana and all the other band members dressing in this over-the-top, like super bejeweled kind of Victorian Rococo style. And I think that was like the official start of what we now know as Lolita fashion, but really with those other brands it started even earlier than that. So I thought that was interesting. And again, I think I found this art book just online. Dreaming Girls. So many pretty. See, this is like Princess Diana, I think. 1981. Only she has brown hair. That looks like her wedding dress from 1981, though. Oh, yes. 2011. Yeah, here's an illustration from 1960. So 1950, late 50s, early 60s, 75. Here's 1972. 1972, I guess that's Thumbelina. Some 1967. Anne of Green Gables. There's an Anne of Green Gables pattern in the Otomino sewing books too. There's like fairy tale themed ones. Okay. Oh, I know. The name, I instantly just say, not Nabokov. Some people look at me like, what? If they're thinking of the novel, I say nothing to do with Nabokov or the novel. Lolita, sometimes instead of calling it Lolita, I'll say Neo-Victorian or Alice in Wonderland. Street fashion from Japan. So, I mean, otherwise known as Lolita fashion. Oh, stop making these fall, Gravity! You win again, Gravity! Yeah, I guess I'll just have to cut 4 of these. In which case, I will wait to do that piece. I'm going to put this one here. Give me enough room. There we go. Yeah, I think I can fit this right here. Okay. That should work. Enter. Yeah, a lot of people say Little Bo Peep. I hear that one a lot. This is true. Oh, excuse me. Also, are you in a play? Doing it in double layer actually. Might just be easier. Did I put it back already? Did I actually? No. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, right? Oh, what play are you in? Ooh. Shut up, lady. This is art. This is passion. Oh yeah, I did look this up already, and it told me nothing! So I guess I'll just have to look at it here. Okay, look at that. No, it just says to cut one. Alright. So, then I will wait on the front panel. I mean, I don't actually have to do what it says. I can make it however the frick I want. But I will wait on this because I only need one of them. I'll only do one of them. Here is a waist tie. And here is a waist tie. Except that we only need one or the other, so I'll do the longer one. Because it gets folded in the middle. I do not need it. I do not need it. Oh boy, yeah. I mean, I think at first I kind of liked it, but it may have just gotten a little too annoying for me. We're gonna scooch you just right there, like that, and then that should give me enough room to cut 4 of the shoulder straps, and I'll just fold that part. Yes, I do believe this is how I would like to proceed. Also, what time is it? Okay. Oh hey, I have a new follower! Le Petit Flaneur. I like it. Thank you so much for following. I needed followers. I have goals. Perhaps it was kind of obvious, but I'm still saying it anyway. I have goals for followers. I need 30 of them. I would like to become a Twitch affiliate. There are benefits to this, and I need 30 followers at least, as well as many times streaming unique days, and I think also simultaneous views, or I forget. Hey, oh, you're asking a question. Any suggestions for where to obtain every copy of Otome no Sewing if someone wanted to collect them? So, yeah, the early ones, I think they go out of print very quickly. So what I have done for things like Gosurori, which is the Goth Lolly pattern books, also same company, and have since gone obsolete, I have been trying to fill my collection of the Gosurori magazines kind of in the same manner that I'm about to suggest to you, which is eBay. eBay tends to be the best place. People realize they don't want them anymore, they use them up or whatever it is that they want to get rid of it for, and they sell it on there. Or sometimes old stock end up at used booksellers. So that's actually the best place that I've found. If you want to get them new, CD Japan, oh, there is a new one right now, I think, and I didn't get it yet. But if you want to get them new, CD Japan is a place that I go to because they tend to have the best shipping option. I pay with shipping, I think in the end, like $25 for a copy of a new one. And then about the same, maybe $30 for an old copy of them. Oh, what's this one? And when I found out that Gosudori went out of print, when I found out that there was a new version of the same pattern book, or at least patterns of Lolita that were put out by the same company in a similar format, I jumped on those right away, and so I started collecting them as many as possible. Like every time a new one came out, I was there and I always bought one. Speaking of which, I'm gonna check that right now. I did say CD Japan, yes ma'am. Oh. Is that it? Oh, so currently they have a best collection. I think they did this for the first 3 books that had like their featured designs, and the first 3 books were then consolidated and put into one edition. So I guess the most recent publication is their best collection that includes some later releases of patterns that have already been printed. I don't know if they've improved the patterns. Yeah, CD Japan has pretty fast shipping to where you live. Awesome. Going to visit their site and check it out. Do that. I just did myself. All right, I'm cutting this. So did I look at the time? Kind of looked at the time. Yay, Rebels! Rebels! So, I am so sad that during my move, my friend, who is so awesome and well-intentioned, she's sometimes forgetful. So we moved my industrial sewing machine, and it has a drawer that has all the high shank presser feet. They're industrial presser feet. And when we were moving it, it was strapped down to a flatbed trailer, and we didn't tape that drawer closed. So I still have quite a few of those presser feet, but when I looked through there, I was missing a few key pieces, and I was very, very sad when I found out. So now I'm saving up to replace some presser feet that I had lost because they were lost somewhere on the road. So that happened. Okay, we have a ruffles. I'm going to cut this. clean that up after a while. Just like rough cut around everything for now. So in case you're watching me on YouTube or I guess Facebook right now, I'm not going to be able to see your chat because right now I'm looking at the Twitch chat. So if you're watching on either of those platforms, you can join me in the chat room over there on Twitch. And I should remind everybody that I also have a Discord server so that everybody can come together in peace and harmony for the love of sewing. The invite code is on my Twitch channel. I've been trying to add like a Echo Bot thing on the Twitch chat, but it's not working. I don't know why. So you can just click on the invite code and join me on Discord. And then you just have to let me know that you're a follower on Twitch, and I can add you as a follower, and you'll be able to chat me up on Discord. Hooray! You joined the server! Starry Strawberries! Well, welcome, my friend. Alright, I'll just add you right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do. Oh my god, Jesus, just start already. Strawberries, you now have permission to chat with me in Discord. Thanks again for joining that. I added that because I had this crazy idea that I could use the voice chat function in there, and then people can voice chat at me while I'm streaming. Crazy idea, I know. Not even sure if it would work, but I do have my Bluetooth headset, and I do have the capability of logging into Discord on my phone. So I do not have a wireless headset, like just a regular PC wireless headset, but I do have my Bluetooth headset, and that is good enough for now. Oh yeah, that's actually how I started using Discord myself. Let's see, is there anything special that needs to be done on this? No. So there's those. Aha! Hey, look at me, I'm doing things. Oh wait, I had it in my hand. Where did it go? I don't know. Yeah, Discord is very versatile, and it's pretty cool that it's free. Unless you want like super special features, and then it's not so free, but still. The most important stuff is free. I mean, we used to use things like, what is it, Roger Wilco and Ventrilo, and you had to like pay for servers, and so now you don't actually have to do that with Discord. It's pretty rad. Okay, so with this waistband, I am definitely going to have to put in notches so that I have my placement marking for where the side seam goes for the skirts, once that's put together, where the panel goes. Oh no, come back. Wait, it did go all the way through. Yes, it went all the way through. I was about to be very worried. So there's a free option. Oh yeah, free is best. Like free food tastes better. Oh, I just realized I have cheesecake. So I may have mentioned I work in a cafe. It's a board game library first, but we are also a cafe. So we have desserts like cheesecake. We have donuts from a place called Rebel Donuts. They're the kind of donut place that puts Fruity Pebbles on stuff, makes interesting flavors. We have coffee, espresso drinks. We make sandwiches, and we have Italian soda. And right now, I have 2 pieces of cake sitting in my fridge because unfortunately, because it's a cafe and most places do this, they don't save their pastries at the end of the night. Most places will throw them out. So sometimes, instead of tossing them, we take them home. So, I mean, after a day or 2, it's fine by me. I don't see why we can't save it. Oh god, Oreo cheesecake. Oreo cheesecake, you are the devil and you are amazing. I love Oreo cheesecake. Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, that's a problem for me. I may like it a little too much. Though, in my defense, I haven't been there in a long time. Man, that used to be my favorite restaurant. Before I tried like other restaurants, that was like fine dining to me when I was a lot younger, like 18. And like that was the place that I went if I wanted to spend money on dinner like an adult. And I love their chicken and biscuits. Cause it's not like, I mean it's posh but not that posh, so it's sort of in between. And it's so good. Their sauce is so good. But I have since loved the, chicken piccata is pretty tasty too. So I like lemon caper butter sauce. And that angel hair pasta is usually pretty good. Okay, that is a waist tie! Hooray! Yeah, it is a little expensive, but it's also like not super fine dining either. It's like an expensive sort of, I don't know how to call it actually. It's not, what do I want to say? It's not Spago's or someplace like that. After I lived in Taos for a while, Taos, New Mexico, there is a place called the Trading Post Cafe, and we went there for lunch almost every day because I was married to somebody who could afford that kind of thing. And the cuisine was like a combination of Italian and French, and the head chef in that place was the most adorable little lady. She was I think she was Thai, half French, and she had the cutest little voice with a very thick French accent, and she was the best cook ever. Her name was Patou. I loved this lady, and oh my god, the food was always amazing. Even like their specials, which is usually made out of things that they need to get rid of and move, that's why usually it's a special. So like things like chicken a la king were just so good because they were just using all this leftover roast chicken from the day before, and the lady just made it so awesome. Although there was another lady that was like half owner of the place. The head chef was the cute little French lady. But oh my god, that food, that's good food. That's good expensive food. I developed a taste for something called beef carpaccio, which is raw beef that's very thinly sliced, served with giant caper berries and a balsamic reduction sauce with a little bit of mustard all the way around the plate. Oh, I ate the shit out of that. It was like barely enough to fill you up, but that was sometimes my lunch. Medium rare is usually the best way to go for a steak. Okay, so I don't have too much more time here. Let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to do something crazy? Do I though? I might want to do something crazy. So I need to cut 4 of these shoulder straps. And in order to do that, I mean, I could cut them with my scissors, or I could show off a little bit and show you guys my neat tool that I absolutely adore. Let's see, how many times can I? Don't actually need. Huh. Oh no! A well done steak? That's just sacrilege. You get no flavor. That's all the flavor is gone. Like, doesn't she watch Gordon Ramsay? Everybody should watch Gordon Ramsay. I'm just saying. Okay, here we go. Do a little foldy fold, like so. We're gonna do this. Make sure I get nice straight lines. That's just sad. A well done steak. What, does she put ketchup on it too? Jesus. Ugh. That's just wrong. I'm a little bit particular. So my heritage is Argentine. I grew up speaking Castilian Spanish, and because Argentina has a very huge culture in what we call asado, which is basically barbecue, we're eating meat all the time, just all the time. That is one of our staples. Meat and potatoes. It's so unhealthy, but boy, does my family know how to do really good barbecue because of it. And a funny thing too that a lot of people find surprising is that we don't do anything to our meat besides salt and pepper. That is the extent of our seasoning. We don't need to put a rub on it, no chili on it. We have chimichurri, but that's mostly actually for bread. And you know, you eat it medium rare because that's how you get the nutrients and the flavor of the meat. And we also don't waste anything. Every part of the cow is used in some way. We'll use the bones and the marrow for soup. We'll even do the organs also for stews and things. I've eaten sweetbreads. I've eaten thymus glands. I love blood sausage. I know, that's super weird, right? Tripe is huge in our diet as well. So in Mexico, they have something called menudo, but in Argentina, it's called mondongo, which is essentially the same thing. It's a little bit less pungent. We have some different seasonings. We have an Italian kind of background in Argentina, so a lot of the seasonings tend to be like basil, oregano, things like that. And it is very delicious, and it's made with tripe. We'll put tripe in it. We'll boil that for a long time because you don't want it to be chewy. And I remember one time when I invited my friend over to eat, and we were having mondongo for dinner. She was eating it just fine until she asked what the white stuff with the honeycomb texture was. We told her it was cow stomach, and she spit it out into her napkin and refused to eat the rest of the meal, which is sad. So it's not for everybody, but it's funny too that someone could be fine with eating it until they know what it is, and suddenly it's just too much for them. Like, why would you want to waste any part of an animal that gave its life so that you could have sustenance? Like, respect it. You know, that's how I feel. Respect the creature. Respect the life it gave for you to have life. So, blood sausage is different in different cultures. In Germany, it's called Blutwurst. In France, it's called Boudin Noir. In Argentina, it's called morcilla. Morcilla? I think it's morcilla. I always forget if it's an O or an A at the end of the word. Somebody once made fun of me for it. I felt really embarrassed. I think it's morcilla, not morcillo. And then, of course, in English, it's blood sausage. So my personal taste is I like the Argentine flavoring, but Blutwurst and Boudin Noir they're all essentially the same thing. I haven't tried haggis yet, but based on what I know of it, it sounds very interesting, and I would definitely like to try it. I have a very adventurous palate. I am not afraid to try new things. I'll even eat tarantula. I haven't had rattlesnake yet. I'm kind of interested in trying rattlesnake. I think I would draw the line at dog. I would not eat cat or dog, or horse for that matter. I think that's just too much for me. Certain parts of the animal are seen as gross. Yeah, it's called offal. It's O-F-F-A-L, offal. Yeah, definitely. I think you should definitely try, different parts of the animal. I love liver if it's cooked the right way. Usually the way I like to do it is, and it's so cheap too, if you just need protein in your diet and you don't want to get a steak, you can get some liver and do like a flour, like dusting of the liver, and then fry it in some butter. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then serve it with either potatoes or onions, liver and onions. I frankly love it. I don't mind the texture, the little pate kind of texture. I also love duck pate, which is made of duck liver. What else is very strange that I love to eat? Poutine is not very strange. It's just that the word is foreign to a lot of people. Love duck. Duck is really good. Shark, yes, I've had shark. I have had shark. Sometimes it depends on the kind of shark. It tends to be very white fishy, so not too much flavor. But yeah, I have had shark. I love making paella in the Argentine accent. I'm always fighting against my own nature. I live in New Mexico, So anybody who speaks Spanish in New Mexico typically has a Mexican kind of accent. So when we pronounce things like the double L, it's a ya in New Mexico. In Argentina, we're the weirdos. We're the only Spanish-speaking country that does this. We pronounce our double L's and our Y's with a ja sound. So instead of playa, we say playa. And, you know, oh God, what's another one? Yeah, like paella. Paella is Mexican. Paella is how we say it in Argentina. It's super confusing to my brain because I want to say it like I've been so used to adapting to how everybody else says it here in New Mexico, but like my tongue wants to go ja with the sounds. Oh, I still have to cut this one thing. Okay, I just have the one thing left. Just the one. Can it fit? The weave is the same. There's no right way or wrong way. So I think maybe I can get away with doing it this way. The thing is though, oh, that means I would have to change the length of the shoulder strap, and I already cut that out. Would you be able to do me a favor, Starry Strawberries? Would you be able to measure for me from your, let's see, where would it land? I think it lands on your waist, so above your belly button, to about right here. So just above your, maybe a couple inches above your bust line. Would you be able to do that for me? I want to make sure that this front panel lands kind of the way that it's looking like here. Okay, yes, thank you. You're amazing and so cooperative. I love this. This is so exciting. I've never done this before. Everybody should commission me and then come to my stream while I'm making their stuff on stream. This is so convenient. It's almost like a consultation, only everybody else also gets to watch the process of how I make stuff. So that's exciting. Okay, you do that, and I might need to get something more to drink here. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, no. I mean, if you feel comfortable typing it there, that's absolutely fine. Sure. I'm ready. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? What is the measurement of the front panel? Okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay. And also, probably we'll have to check it Yep. Okay. Good. This is good. Alright, girl, I got you. So, I will have to make adjustments to the pattern. Well, like I said, I'll have to make adjustments to the pattern, but it's not hard to do. I won't do it on camera. In fact, I think about now is a good stopping point for me, because I'll have to, like, kind of dismantle things a little bit and get my head around going to work soon. So, I will end here. I have your measurement. Thank you very much. I will modify this pattern. Most of it's already cut out now. And then after that, it's just a matter of putting it all together. So it shouldn't be very long. In fact, I don't want to jinx myself, but I may have this done and ready to send out by next week. So you'll definitely have it well before July 26th. Yeah, we're good. we got plenty of time. So next week is probably when I'll have this done and packaged for you and sent out. Just need to do a few modifications and we are set to go. So, everyone who's with the stream right now, I want to thank you for joining me. The stream does record, and so there is going to be an archive of this stream for later viewing if you didn't manage to get here while I was doing this live. I'm still trying to figure out a relatively good schedule so I can have something posted. In the meantime, I'll just try to keep doing this a little bit every day and then figure out what works best for me. Mostly I'm just streaming like things I already just have to do. So I figure if I'm making commissions, I may as well just stream it at the same time. So that way I get 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing, right? Discord, so thanks for joining if you did. Thanks for following if you did. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you next time on the stream. Now, let's find out if we actually still have... Hey, we do. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.